You know, I debated like doing this video for over 6 months because I wanted to have something that looked really good, filmic, nostalgic, and I've been trying to look for one for 6 months. I even switched from Sony to Fuji just to get that look. But there's times that I can't get that look on my small cameras.
That's what she said.
So I had to use something else. I used every single LUT. I used every single power grade, but then I came back to the same thing, and it was Dehancer. Because it was easy. It helped me out. You just drop it on there, you throw some things on there, got some bloom, halation, you choose over 1 million film stocks. It was great, it was wonderful. You're the biggest sellout in history. No one's gonna believe you. But in all seriousness, I was really going to buy this program because they had a free trial at the time, and it really was like, I wanted to hate it. I just was like, I don't want to use this. Just throw some LUTs on here, color grade it myself, just use my normal things, call it a day. But I got an affiliate link. If you like the footage on here, I use the X5 completely on this. I'll let you see it at the end of this video, see if you like it at all. If you hate it, that's perfectly fine too. I feel like a sellout. I probably am a sellout.
I made it! I made it! Yeah!
Dehancer has helped me out quite a bit. I will grade it on most of my things, especially the Pocket 3 action cameras. It looks really good. I really honestly don't use too many film prints on there. I will actually use more like a linear and more of the glossy paper, just because I like Rec 709 look a little more. At the same time, if you look for a cinematic thing, it's really good. So 360 is still not sponsoring me, which I don't know if I would want to, because then I would be way too biased on that end. But
is that what you think? You think?
I am a little biased on Dehancer just because I've tried so many programs. I really believe in it. I was going to pay the money for it. I think I had like a 10% discount code on it, and it still would have been really expensive. You're asking me, how expensive is it? Well, technically, it's like $500. $500? What in the hell is wrong with you? But that's for like a lifetime. And I think they're going to increase their prices, so I would kind of jump on that if I could, honestly. Dehancer actually did not tell me what to say. I can say whatever the hell I want to say. They did give it to me a lifetime subscription, which is nice. And I will continue to use it on pretty much all my videos because I think that it's a great software, and I tried to find an alternative and I couldn't. Either way, completely honest on my end.
But once I lied, I continued to lie, yes sir.
And we'll roll that cinematic footage of Laurel Falls, which is in Hampton, Tennessee. It's beautiful, it's dangerous, almost died. It took me forever to get there. Hope you enjoy all of it because I had to almost die to get the cinematic footage. Also have to thank my friend Chris for almost dying on a rock, showing me where this is at. I'll have his website down below. Takes amazing pictures. I don't have those pictures uploaded on this video, but I'll show you his website down below. Thanks for almost dying on a rock for me. Bonus, we are going to show you how I grade a few videos on here on Dehancer. I'm not a colorist, I don't claim to be, I'm never gonna be. So take this for a grain of salt of however I do this. I just do it how I want it to look good. And you can do the same thing too. So the reason I picked Dehancer is because it was just easier in a sense to just grade things. So here is the X5 footage. It looks good just right out of camera. You could throw some things on here. I like to put some nodes on here just for other things like white balance, exposure, and whatnot. It's easier sometimes, but it's Rec 709, but you can choose any camera. It's got plenty of cameras. We won't go into too much detail. I will tell you ahead of time, I'm not the biggest fan of grain, so I'll just end up taking it off. My favorite things, I think the one that I used here was Ektar here on the X5 footage. You can push and pull negative and then more positive. It's kind of warmer that way, which I kind of like. And then you got the developer, which kind of helps with the boost of color, which I will add because I'm a saturation man. And film compression kind of gets rid of the highlight roll off here, but probably won't use it. It's kind of dark right here. But this is where the secret sauce is what people say. I actually like the linear and I like the glossy paper. I mean, it really doesn't need that much work. People will put the print film on here, which I like on this shot. But the main things that I do is I end up just changing a little bit of exposure. I will usually make things more warm. And then the tint, I will change it. I'm a green man, not a big magenta person, so the greens here look pretty good. And that's all you gotta do. That's all you gotta do. Make it look cool. More filmic right there. Very, very easy. If I tried to do this on my own, it would hurt my soul. So like if I did this, put the same clip on here, and I was like, oh man, I really just want just to throw some creative LUTs on here or whatnot. I would have to go into here. I would have to increase the saturation like this, which is fine. It's not too bad. Then I'd have to go into some cinematic LUTs and whatnot to actually do all that. Now, I'll use one of our beach footage. So in Aruba, normally I would just, I use phantom LUTs a lot, which is not too terrible, not too hard. I usually like to use the Jamaica LUT, and I'll just literally throw it on there, increase some saturation on it, call it a day. It looks pretty good. Now with Dehancer, I've been doing a different approach. So same clip, and I still use my 4 nodes when I do this. I will choose my camera. This is the Pocket 3, so it does have that on there, which is nice and convenient. It defaultly puts it on the Kodak Vision 250D, not my favorite. Some of my favorites are the 50D, the Portra 400, and the Ektar 25. It's kind of like my go-to now. I feel like Fuji, the Velvia, actually looks just really good out of the camera. But I'll probably use the Ektar 25. And I will likely push it. Well, it just depends on my mode, I guess. I'll keep it right there. Kind of make it simple. Then I will always make things warmer, and I will tend to lean on the greenish side. And I think this is a little exposed too much. So I can tell by this waveform, because I always have my waveform there to help me out. And then I will enable this, and I will see, I kind of like that compression of the highlights, and I'll color boost this a smidge, like so. And this I will not mess with too much. Linear, I actually like the glossy paper. Kind of gives it more of a, I don't know what the word is, I'm not a colorist, but I kind of just like that tonality of it. I'll turn the grain off. Not a big grain fan. Now, I love halation and bloom. Now, sometimes we overdo it. I just kind of tend to lean a little bit like that on there, so. And honestly, this Rec 709 look looks really good to me. You can look at it. This is Jamaica. This is Phantom LUT. This is the Dehancer. And yes, I could probably clean this up a little bit more on here, add some contrast, decrease the exposure, make it look a little bit better, maybe take the highlights down a little bit. But this, in comparison to this, it's just one easier workflow in this node. And I like it a lot better that way. And then you're gonna be like, well, why don't you just throw that regular Pocket 3 LUT on there? And I could do that as well. I have it already set up here, Pocket 3. So I'll put that, slap that puppy on there. I will increase the saturation here to about 70 on this. That looks good. And then I use the wheels here. Actually, let me put the saturation on the second node because it actually is supposed to be the order of operations. Is always important. I won't go into that too much because I'm not a colorist. But there, let's see, maybe more color, maybe some color boost here. And that's what I would normally do. So this is Phantom LUT, the DJI normal LUT. Oh wait, did I take this off of here? Sorry guys, right there. Sorry. So this is normal LUT, so I'll take this contrast down, or this saturation down a little bit. See, we all mess up. Happy little mistakes. So, LUT provided by DJI, Phantom LUT, Dehancer. Dehancer's gonna win on my end. I've messed with it quite a bit. It's done very, very well. It makes an easier workflow. And we will do one more. This is also Pocket 3 footage. I'll just put, I guess, 2 of them on there like this. That way I have 2 clips to look at. So I will do just the Pocket 3 LUT and change all my stuff on here on this side. So I will do the exposure, which I do right here, and I go down, bring it down just a smidge, and then I'll add some saturation back into here. So I usually do around 70 to 75. I mean, that's a great looking image. And then you can add a little bit of white balance here and just change that, put that in there. I'm a green man. And that already looks great. You know what I mean? It looks really, really, really good. I'd probably go warmer. Some people will be like, oh, I hate that look. And then Dehancer, we'll throw that on there. Put that on, slap it on that node at the end because that's the most important part. This is Pocket 3 footage. It already has this thing on here. You can put the Portrait 400 on there. I'll enable these just because we got the color boost is the most important thing for me, and the compressing the highlights. This is linear. I like glossy paper. You can push and pull this however you want. I try to keep it in the middle. And like I said, let's make it warmer. And I'll add a little bit of green just because that's my jam. And then I'll add some color back in here. And I will take the grain off and I will increase halation and the bloom to give it that filmic vibe. And as you can see, it just looks good. And I mean, this looks really good too. I just like the feel of this a little more. And like I said, you can put that on there. It kind of makes it too much for me. You can leave it on the linear form. I really like the glossy paper. And the good thing is you can honestly just change all of these just to see which ones you like more than anything. The Hectare 25 is one of my favorites. The 100 here, there's like 60 plus on them. I have some other night scenes and things like that, but then the Fuji ones, they're really good. But I am kind of a high saturation man. People hate that about me, but I kind of like it. So everyone's style's a little different. I really, really enjoy this because it just makes it easy, and I can just look at so many things without doing too many things to it, if that makes sense. So regular, Dehancer, you know, and I can pull this way, go this way. There's so many options here. It's kind of endless possibilities, if you ask me. But I really, really just like that look. It's not overly done. It gives it that kind of filmic look that I love and enjoy. Hopefully that's helped you out somewhat. And I will leave some behind the scenes of the Laurel Falls here and kind of go from there. Hopefully you don't think I'm a sellout. I'll have some footage of behind the scenes, not too much. And I will have another review. Most of my videos are going to be graded with Dehancer from now on, except for maybe some of the Fuji stuff that I have. But Pocket 3, Action 5, X5, all that's probably going to be graded with that. GoPro even too. Just throw it on there, put like a little bit of a grade on there. It makes it look, just gives it that little chef's kiss. If this helped you out, just remember, got a 10% discount code down below, World of Tony. Just like the channel, you get 10% off. Hurry up and get it because it's going to increase in price and you won't like yourself very much. Like, comment, subscribe, help me out. I'll have another review coming up soon of another lens that I have that's kind of the do-it-all lens or the travel lens. We'll see how that goes. We'll see how it goes. Peace out. It is way too early. It's like 7 o'clock. I'm not a morning person. We're doing behind the scenes. I'm shooting like 2 things today. We're doing X5 Dehancer. We also have this new lens that I'm gonna have. But I'll probably save a lot of that for Atlanta too. But this is the do-it-all lens on the Fuji system. And we're gonna drive and go somewhere. How super wide this lens is. And we would have been out here earlier if somebody did forget their batteries. And where we at? Kind of looking pretty good. This bear's gonna attack me though. There's about a bajillion stairs, but I like it. It's a little different than the other trails I've been on, which I enjoy actually. Look at this nice ass tree over here. That's cool. Okay, so this isn't the waterfall. That's what I was told. Don't fall in the water. Like we're in the Amazon rainforest.
I don't know about you, but I think I'm about to take my hoodie off.
I'm almost there. It is slow. I was kind of happy that I was getting warmer instead of colder. Oh God. Let's see if I can get myself in this. It's blown out. It's not blown out there, but it's probably over. It just because of that. It's so bright on there, you know. It's pretty white.